It's time now for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Sears Hometown Store, locally owned and operated right here in Mountain Home.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It's Friday, July 10th. 20. I gotta say, happy birthday, my son Greg. 30.
No way.
30. Can you believe that? Yeah, Greg's 30 today. Happy birthday, Greg, if you tuned in over at Fayetteville, Bentonville, Rogers area. Good morning to you. Happy birthday. And good morning to everybody. How's Michele?
Good.
Yeah, doing good. I ain't got the cameras adjusted yet. So Scooter's over here. Scooter's our director. He's in the driver's chair. You're all excited because it's Friday, right?
You bet. You bet.
Come on, show some excitement.
Whoop, whoop.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East, 425-3191. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, lawn care equipment, tools. What am I missing?
Anything inside or outside the home, whether it be appliances, all your lawn mowers, all your weed eaters, they can repair anything in-house. They've got a repair center right there in-house, so they can work on all your appliances, your refrigerators, your washer and dryers, or if you need maintenance on your lawn equipment, lawn mowers, weed eaters, whatever, they can take care of it right there in-house.
And you're a big fan of Husqvarna.
I am a big fan of Husqvarna. I've got some Husqvarna mowers, and they are amazing little creatures.
And you get the really big, really. I mean,
I've got a big commercial one, yes, sir.
Like, how many acres does it cut at a time?
A bunch. It's a hoss.
Check out your hometown Sears store at 1029 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. The very best in home appliances, home entertainment, tools, lawn care equipment, and anything else you can dream up. And they're locally owned and operated, and it's a difference. You know, it's got the Sears name on it. It's not like the old days where you go into Springfield or St. Louis or Little Rock and shop at Sears and buy a shirt or a trash can or a can of paint. And they've got the Sears logo. They can get the appliances, they can get the lawn care equipment, the Craftsman tools, and they're still your hometown Sears store. And what you buy here, the money, the profits stay here. They pay taxes here. It's your hometown Sears store. We have folks come in from other counties. You're up in Missouri, Ozark County, or wherever. Come on in. Fulton County, Marion County. Come in and join us at your hometown Sears store, 1029 Highway 62 East. Call them at 870-425-3191. And they're up on the hill behind Wendy's. And same parking lot as Orso's out in front of Physical Therapy Connection. Your hometown Sears store. Can't say enough good things about them. And, I mean, they did a service call, up Northwest Springfield one time.
They'll go about anywhere. They'll take care of you, too. I mean, they know what they're doing. Hightower over there really
he does it right, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's been doing it many, many years.
Yep. Your hometown Sears store. Can't say enough good things about them. Visit them today or over the weekend. Did they reopen on Sunday?
That I don't know.
I think they said like 11 to 5 or 12 to 5, something. Anyway,
I think they did, but I think they've got a little different hours.
Okay.
I think
give them a call, 425-3191. They'll tell you their store hours and anything else you need in the way of information. Your hometown Sears store right here in Mountain Home. I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee. You can do the same thing with 3 locations to serve you. The very best coffee in town. Brewed Awakening is real coffee. They've got Baxter Regional Medical Center. They've got 62 East Plaza. They got Bomber Boulevard. Mike and his staff do a great job at all 3 locations serving you the best coffee in town. Your mochas, your lattes, your frappuccinos. They've got pumpkin spice and French vanilla. I even saw peanut butter on the board. Peanut butter.
Teach his own. All the food coffee you need.
Isn't peanut butter like bacon? You can put it on anything, and
I guess, yeah.
Or put it in anything, and it's good.
It's like remember Blondie cartoon? Dagwood Bumstead in that big sandwich. He says the sardines kept sliding off the bread, so I put peanut butter on there to stick them.
I don't know about that. That's where I
probably
would draw the line. Yeah.
I don't do peanut butter really. I'm not a big fan of it.
You do sardines?
I have eaten them before. I'm not a big fan of them at all, but I've eaten
them. Anyway, how did you get up on that? Brewed Awakening coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and the staff do a great job at all 3 locations. Be sure to visit them today and over the weekend. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day with all respect to Roller Funeral Homes. In the state of Arkansas, there's 29 to serve you, with one in Memphis, Tennessee. Here in Mountain Home, talk to Brad, Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, anyone there can help you. And hard time, you know, when you have a loved one pass away, it could be an emergency situation, could be the passing of a loved one after an illness, whatever it may be. Pre-planning, you know, whatever it may be. And so, Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Can't say enough good things about these folks, how they helped me back in 2018. Totally amazing. Roller Funeral Homes, when they say with all our respect, that's how they do business on a daily basis, with all our respect. It's not just something we put on the graphics for the TV screen. It's how they do business. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, there's no doubt a lot of people hurting in our area. The issues could be health, financial, loss of a loved one, even a divorce. Things like this hurt and people grieve. Some people live day after day with no one else around, no family, friends to visit with, or even someone just to share coffee with. Lord, my prayer today is you please comfort our people and give them hope. But Lord, also lead us to those that may need help or counseling. I do thank you for your blessings, Lord, and I pray you bless those that hurt, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
And now,
here it comes.
Dun, 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 the
That's
weather.
Not bad today.
I know.
Did you tighten your shoes?
I've got the wrong one open. Here we go. Yep. Yep. I did good at it. I'm proud of myself. Pat myself on the back.
Oh, morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team.
Just goes to show that every squirrel will eventually get a nut.
That's good. That's good.
There you go.
Yeah. You keep practicing. Next thing you know, a year from now, it'll be Scooter's greatest trumpet hits, you know. Get the CD now.
Buy it now. You'll make a lot of money later.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. retiredarkansas.net. No fog this morning, or a little bit. I mean, there's a little bit just above the water, but the beautiful White River separating Marion County and Baxter County. The camera is in Marion County, and you're looking into Baxter County, the beautiful city of Cotter, and a little Big Spring Park, baseball park down there, Railroad Museum. You see the Contractors Trust area there on the far right-hand side of the screen. Beautiful horizon and sunrise this morning. That's brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. retiredarkansas.net. And while you're there, check out all the listings they have through not only Century 21 Lee McGrail Estate, but the MLS number. And you can get other publications, and it'll say MLS number, give you that digit. You can type it in there, and it'll bring that listing up. But they do need some listings. So if you're thinking of putting your home on the market, now's the time to call the Z-Team. Back in 2017, there was over 1,000 homes on the MLS, and now there's not even 400. And so the inventory is low. And they encourage those that are just thinking about it, give them a call and get their thoughts and opinions on there. When you list with the Z-Team, you've got the team behind you. Whether you're in Arkansas or Missouri, you could be in Marshall or Calico Rock, could be in Mountain View, Missouri, or even Gainesville, and the team is ready to serve you today. The award-winning Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Right now, we're looking at 70 degrees, both in Mountain Home and Harrison, 69 at Batesville and Salem, 70 at Calico, it's 69 in Flippin, 66 in Marshall. Wow. That's sleeping with the windows open down there. West Plains at 69, a little warm at St. Louis, already 73, 72 at Piper Bluff, 69 in Springfield, with 52 degrees in Watford City, North Dakota. I heard this morning, and here's the map right here, there's actually a tropical storm that could be coming in, could be bringing like 8 to 9 inches. Did you hear this on morning radio? Did you tune in?
No.
Anything? I heard that they could bring in like maybe 7 or 8 inches of rain into certain portions of New York and New England areas. So you can see it off of Virginia Beach there, just south of Washington, D.C. and south of New York City. And so I'm not saying this is set in concrete, folks. It's just what I've heard. So anyway, Tropical Storm Faye forms near the East Coast. So if you're going to the East Coast over the weekend, beware of that. Refreshing the radar and resetting that real quick. Now, you can reset this thing 9 times a Sunday, and it's not going to be ready to go when we're ready for it. So, shower activity across the United States. Let's see what we have. We have showers in Idaho and Montana. We have showers in Nebraska and the Dakotas. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin, all the way up into Ontario. Shower activity to the west of Detroit and to the northwest of Toledo, Ohio. Stretches all the way down through the Chicago area to Gary, Indiana, and farther south. You can see the beginnings of the swirl right here south of New York, east of Philadelphia, and to the east of Washington, D.C., the swirl of the tropical storm coming in. Then we'll go into Kansas, where we have some shower activity that could affect our weather later on in the weekend. We do have some chances of showers later on tonight into tomorrow. Zooming in tight on Arkansas, I'm picking up a little bit of shower activity to the east of Mountain Home over near Pocahontas. Randolph and Lawrence counties over there, and right on the state line north of Cherokee Village to the northwest of Pocahontas, Arkansas. Throughout the state of Arkansas, it looks like we're in pretty good shape. Highway 65 to Branson is clear. Highway 67, 167, where the highway splits there around Bald Knob. 167 on up to Batesville and Ash Flat, and then 67 highway goes up Walnut Ridge, Pocahontas, and Corning. You might possibly have to hit the wipers a little bit near the Pocahontas area. Other than that, your interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. Nothing going on around Memphis or Dyersburg, Tennessee. Kennett, Missouri, we'll move on up into there. I-44, I-49, I-70, and 55. Everything looks good in the state of Missouri. Going over into southern Illinois, I-24 coming into Paducah and over near Cairo, Illinois, and then I-57. And we'll also have Interstate 64 from East St. Louis, Illinois, east over into Mount Vernon, Illinois. Not bad at all. Heat advisory for a lot of the south. We've got heat advisories from Southern California all the way over into New Mexico, parts of Utah, Nevada. A heat advisory in the desert. I mean, come on, you know. From California all the way down to the southern tip of Florida, there's heat advisories and heat warnings. Excuse me. The darker reddish color in the west is your excessive heat warning, while your other is just a heat advisory. Southern Arkansas, about the southern third of Arkansas, and you can see it all here throughout the south. And check on the elderly. You know, if it gets too hot, you may need to help some folks. Anyway, 7-day forecast for us. It popped back up. I got it to refresh. So for Mountain Home, high today of 91. Let's see, we go from 91 to 96. 96 on Tuesday. We do have some shower activity coming through tonight and Saturday night, and then Sunday sunny, then slight chance of thunderstorms. How they're wording it here in the weather stuff, they're saying showers coming through in the weekend, then a heat wave coming through. So here we go. Lots of water. Here we go. Everything looks good on the highways in Arkansas. Traffic moving well there. State of Missouri. Don't forget Highway 201 going from Mountain Home up into Missouri turns to Highway J. They're working on Lick Creek Bridge. So be aware of the detours there. You can take Highway 5 or Highway 101 to Missouri. Drought monitor is getting a little bit more severe now over in west central Arkansas, a D1 modern drought, and that shows up right here. I think that's Sebastian County, Crawford County. I think that may be Sebastian. There's Sebastian County, but Crawford County, Washington County, and Benton County with a bit of a drought. In Missouri, it's starting to get a little bit more severe there. It's Bates County, Vernon County, Barton County, and down here in Newton and in McDonald County. And by the way, the Amber Alert from McDonald County, 2 kids were taken by their non-custodial mother, and they were found in Oklahoma.
That's good.
Yeah, Brent Weaver let me know about that. So current pollen index today is a 4.1 tomorrow. Nettle, plankton, and grasses are the culprit there. Lake levels, Bull Shoals at 690.92. We're 31.92 feet above a full pool of 659. Norfolk is at 575.13, 23.13 feet above a full pool of 552. Coronavirus update around the world. 58,803 are critical, with 4,557,000 mild cases, with only active cases of 4,616,000 in the world. The critical cases would not even fill Notre Dame football stadium. It would be half full.
Wow.
Yeah. Doing the 6-county report for northern Arkansas, Baxter, Marion, Searcy, Stone, Izard, and Fulton. Total positives are 114 with recovered of 81. That's a 71% recovery rate. We have 31 active right now, and so your active to positive is only 27% of the population of 104,900 people. Active percent to the population is 0.0029552. So when you look at it, 31 people out of 104,900, don't panic. Oil prices today, we're looking at Western Texas International Crude at $39.75, down $1.70. It says 1.79% drop on this particular page here, so it dropped to $39.75. Morning weather and all your updates are brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. And coming up, this is a cool little device. I'm going to whet their appetite. What do you call this? A cell phone blocker.
It's a cell slip.
Put your phone in here and it won't work. Literally, it shuts it down. It will not ring. It will not text. We got Michele here from Families Against Distractive Driving, and so stick around right after the break. We're going to show that thing off, and we've got some PSAs for you and other things like that. So stick around. Be right back.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
Hi, it's Bob Zador of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm, be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredarkansas.net.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
Michele Paden's here from F.A.D D, Families Against Distractive Driving. It's been a long time since she's been here, and this thing's pretty cool.
You didn't believe me.
I didn't believe you. Put your phone in here, and it will not receive a signal.
Totally blocks
Where'd you get those?
Cell phone communication. We started working with Cell Slip several years ago, and due to funding I've received from State Farm, I've given out, I've lost count, thousands of these at schools and places all over the state, and they're just a great safety device. I mean, it's...
Okay, dial the number, and I'm going to let it ring, and then we'll demonstrate it right here on the air, and people will not see me turn the switch off, you know, because the switch is right here by the volume controls. It's an, I don't know, iPhone 7 or 8, I don't know what I got. Okay, you hear it ringing. Okay. So I'll decline it. Leave it just the way it is. I'll put it in the little, what do you call this thing? Cell phone blocker?
Cell Slip.
It's got a little Velcro thing here, and I'll redial the number, and I'll hold it up to the mic. Yours is ringing through. It's showing that it's ringing my phone. Now if I pull it out, I wonder if it'll pick it up after I pull it out.
It probably will. Or it may have to be completed. Yep.
There it goes.
Yeah.
After it hits that antenna. That's pretty good.
But it's simple. It's easy.
Yeah. Well, what
you
you
don't
were
even
saying
have
before
to
we went on the air says, you don't want to miss that call. You don't, you know, you think, I got to answer that text.
The number one reason people
don't it drive you up the wall? You're ding.
Use their cell phones behind the wheel is fear of missing out. But think of all the things that you're going to miss out on if you do not arrive to your destination safely, or you don't return home to your family.
You know,
this
when
is a win-win.
F.A.D., when you first organized, how long you been organized now?
July 1st, 2014.
14. I was thinking 13. Because when we first started, this is way back when we were still doing Mountain Talk Radio. We came in and Sheila Wingard was there and we were talking. We had a board meeting and stuff. Back then I had one of the old Pantech flip phones.
Yeah. You've upgraded.
A little bit. Tried it, you know, I was going east. I forget what road it was on, Glenbriar or something. And I thought, I'm going to text the word yes to somebody, you know. So I'm looking at the phone, and I don't know, how far is that camera from here? Is that 8-9 feet from me? Yeah. Within that distance, I'd already drifted to the right by not paying attention to the road.
Yeah. Seconds. Lives are changed in seconds behind the wheel of a car.
And I was on I-40 going east towards Nashville one time, and traffic was just moving unbelievably fast. So I'd set in about 78 miles an hour. And I looked in my rearview mirror, and here comes a guy on the cell phone. He had to be doing 90, 95 miles an hour. I mean, just, he was going, I'm almost at 80 miles an hour. And he's on his cell phone. He's on the phone like this, driving with the left hand in the left lane going east towards Nashville. And I'm sitting at nearly 80 miles an hour. It's like a race car going around the pace car. You know, just, he was gone.
Do race car drivers use their phone while they're...
I don't think so.
Okay.
They talk on the radio.
Yeah, it's not just cell phone use. It's anything we do that takes our primary focus away from driving. So just stop and think. Maybe your cell phone is your number one distraction. And studies have shown that you're just as impaired, if not more than impaired, when you're using your cell phone as someone who's legally drunk. So would you get in the car with someone who's been drinking and driving?
No.
Then why in the world would you get in the car or stay in the car with someone who's using their cell phone?
Well, no.
Put it in that perspective.
No.
You know, there's not the social stigmatism attached to using your cell phone behind the wheel like there is drinking and driving.
For
But
a while,
it's
that was
just as
almost
dangerous.
that was almost the social standard. Look at me, I'm on my
Yeah.
cell phone.
Yeah.
Remember the old bag phones?
Yeah, look how important I am.
Yeah.
It's we are so addicted. We don't want to miss anything. And I tell my daughter, and I'm sure other people tell their kids, if you're doing something, you're probably going to find out that you're doing it before you even know you're doing it, because someone's going to snap a picture or shoot a video, and it's going to be on social media, and you're going to go, oh, was I really doing that?
Like the guy in Harrison Walmart looking for a can of spray paint. 2 ladies videotaping their cell phone video because he didn't have a mask on. You know, these phones are everywhere.
Yeah. So just be smart. I mean, there is hands-free technology that if you are traveling, and even put it on speaker, put it on a little stand in your air conditioner vent. If you are traveling, it's just a human nature to make sure that your loved one is on their way. And I think you said, people text you, are you here? Where are you at? Are you here yet? Are you almost here?
Well, when you're down on I-40 or I-840 over in Tennessee, they drive fast.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't have the interstates around here, but, once you get over on the Interstate 155 and I-40 at Jackson, there's some serious speed out there.
But then that way they can call you. You can do one touch. Hey, I'm still on my way. I'm stuck in traffic. Had to stop. Whatever. So you can still reassure your family member that you're safe, but you're not picking up that phone. You're not trying to text.
But we don't I don't want to say understand, because people do a lot of traveling. They go Springfield, I-44 or something like that, maybe to St. Louis or maybe to Tulsa, whatever. But when you're not on the interstate day after day after day, it's totally different whether you're in St. Louis or Nashville or Springfield, where you got I-44 or I-70 or I-40, whatever it may be. Even in Little Rock, you got 30, 40, 630, 430, and all the interstates down there.
And all the construction, too. I mean, I used to live in Little Rock, and I go back down there and...
Construction on the interstates? Really?
Yeah.
They're still doing that?
Yeah. So, things change. And your route's going to change. And if you're distracted by your phone or you're distracted by something else...
You're going to knock a little bunch of orange cones down the river.
Or maybe a construction worker. And that's not good either.
Well, in the state of Missouri, you've got warning signs in Missouri.
Yeah. No cell phone use whatsoever in any form or fashion in school zones and work zones.
You come off that Mississippi River Bridge coming in out of Dyersburg on 155, and it says, hit a worker, lose your license, $10,000 fine, So you better heed the call of Missouri.
Yeah, don't learn the hard way. And have to live with knowing that you took a dad, took a brother, a son, a daughter away for something that is preventable. We talk about accidents. Oh, I had an accident. Or, driving distracted is not an accident.
No.
It's a choice. And it's preventable. It's a crash. It's not an accident because it can be prevented.
But, I was thinking, when I travel, and of course, you get out on the interstates, and once you get to I-55 at 155, it's speed limit 70. So you go up to 70 miles an hour. But your reaction time, okay, it's totally different. When I leave the studio today, I've got to go meet up with Parks and Recreation right after the show over at the baseball parks. So 30, 35, maybe 40 miles an hour at the most. In comparison, if I were to leave today after the program and go to Tennessee, in 3 or 4 hours, I'm going to be on I-40. Different world. You got tractor trailers running 80 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying? So your reaction time.
And that's going to be a domino effect, because once someone can't stop in time, it's just going to be a chain reaction.
Better have some good brakes out there, because and literally, I was coming back one Sunday morning, and there again, I said in just above 75 miles an hour. I was almost to Jackson, westbound on I-40. And there's an area where the highway's like this, and there's a long hill that comes down, and you can see forever. And I looked down and thought, man, I'm doing 76 miles an hour. I see a Tennessee State Trooper. Back then they had Crown Vics. They were black and orange. I thought, oh my goodness, he's going to pull me over for being over 70 miles an hour. No, he didn't. Gone.
Yeah.
Flying.
Yeah. People also think that it's okay to text when you're stopped at a stoplight or a traffic light.
No, I can't.
And studies have shown it takes your brain 27 seconds to re-engage in the activity that you were doing before.
Yeah.
So it's almost like your brain has to catch up. You know,
Cardinal at 5 South sitting there. What is there do? You see them down there like this. All of a sudden they stop and look like, duh. And then, oh, it's green. You can see the reaction.
And what is our first instinct when someone honks at us?
Flip them off?
Well, no, Dale.
I'm just being
okay. Let's try this again. So you're sitting at a red light, and someone honks. I know. We got to practice this. And someone honks at you. Your first instinct is like, "Oh, go! The light's green."
So flip them off wasn't the right answer.
No. So at that point, if you're not paying attention and the light's really not green, it's still red, and someone's honking at you, you're going to shoot out in an intersection, and before you know it, you've caused a crash. So it's very easy to think that you can multitask behind the wheel and convince yourself that you can. But when it comes down to safety, it's just not a smart idea.
Just to look down and check the gauges.
Yeah. Change the air conditioning. Adjust your seat.
And like I found out, I've got the little container to hold the CDs mine's still got a cassette player in it, so you can play CDs, tapes, or whatever. But even fumbling around, just hit CD eject, take that out. What I do is I'll put CDs in the seat next to me. And I'll have them I'll have them in a stack so I can just reach over and not look and take one off the top and put it in. But still.
But at that point, your eyes are on the road.
But what am I thinking? Okay, which CD did I just pick up? And then you finally have to look down and shove it in the player. Still.
Yeah. Seconds.
The thing is the higher the speed, the slower the response time.
Yeah.
You have to. I used to know the sequence. You have to see, recognize, react. It's different. Like I was saying, when I leave here and go to the recreation center, excuse me, might do 30, 35, 40 miles an hour. The reaction time between, say, 30 and 70 or 40 and 80. So.
Well, before I moved here, there was times that I'd get in the car and have my cell phone and be talking to somebody and talk to them all the way to my destination, and I was like, oh, I gotta go, I'm here. And never could remember, I guess I turned down the right roads because I got to my destination, but that's scary. Even just talking on the phone, taking a 2 or 3 hour trip and going, okay, I'm here, gotta go, click.
Yeah. Wow, okay. Coming up on 7:33, going to take a break. We're loading in some public service announcements. It looks like you and your daughter, along with Arkansas State Police. Where'd you film that?
We went down to Little Rock back in May and wanted to highlight a very deadly time, the 100 Deadliest Days of Summer, which is from Memorial Day to Labor Day. Yep. That's our time that there's the most deaths happen on our roadways, and so state police was gracious enough to let us be included in that, and
that's good.
It turned out, I think I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. Mackenzie's in one, and it's targeted towards teens, and then I did one that's targeted towards parents.
Okay, after the break we'll play the one with Mackenzie, and then we'll reload. We're not. This is about 10 before 7. I'm trying to look at. Anyway, more with Michele right after this.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Get the only mower with suspension technology at Mower Warehouse in Mountain Home, where they accept mower trade-ins, have flexible financing options, and services all brands and models. That's Mower Warehouse, located on Buzzard Roost in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
At MS.
(7:37) visiting with Michele Paden of F.A.D D, Families Against Distracted Driving. We're going to pick up now on the video. These are the public service announcements. This is Mackenzie with the Arkansas State Police. Ready for that take?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
The summer months are the 100 deadliest days for teenage drivers. You're more likely to get in a fatal crash than any other time of the year.
The number one cause of those crashes are distractions like other passengers in the car and texting or talking on your cell phone.
Those distractions even include changing the song that we're listening to.
Take our advice and don't catch a ride with someone you know is easily distracted from the road.
And especially don't get into a car with someone that has been drinking alcohol or using drugs.
If you're the one that's driving, put down the distractions. Our lives are too short to waste on one phone call or text message.
Drive carefully.
Stop the distractions.
And let's have a safe and awesome summer.
Yeah, I'm going to reload another one here. Let's see, second video, and this will be what did I do wrong? There, it's loading now, I think. Okay. Yeah. Well, now that one came up full screen. Figure that one out. Okay, where's the play button on that one? There we go.
And although it may be time to relax, it's definitely not the time to relax when it comes to safe driving, especially for teenage drivers.
The summer months are the 100 deadliest days for teenage drivers, with an average of 260 teens killed in car crashes each month over the next 3 months.
As parents, we already know that our teens are in a high-risk group for auto crashes. But did you know that 60% of those crashes are due to distracted driving? The top distractions our teens face behind the wheel are passengers, texting, or talking on cell phones.
You've probably already given your teenager every safety tip you can think of.
Take some extra time to talk to your teenage driver about ending the distractions.
Let's be an example for our teens and show them how to drive responsibly. It's too late when they're in the hospital fighting for their life or you're planning their funeral to remind them not to drive distracted.
Good.
Yeah.
No.
It has a little Yeah, at the very
Families Against
the
Distractive.
cell slip, and actually you can pick those up at the Arkansas State Police Troop headquarters around the state.
And that's this little gizmo right here. Yeah. And boy, do they work.
You didn't believe me.
I do now. See if I can log out of this. Anyway, let's go back to the beginning and actually what started Families Against Distractive Driving. This goes back to
August 31st, 2013. My nephew was 2.5 weeks into his senior year and one of the top 6 male swimmers in the state of Arkansas. He was a passenger in a vehicle, and his friend was using his cell phone and lost control of the vehicle, rolled, flipped multiple times. He was partially ejected. The first mistake he made was not wearing a seatbelt, and the second mistake he made was telling his friend to get off the phone and drive, or let me return that call or return that text.
And it changed him in what way?
He is a quadriplegic and depends on a wheelchair every day of his life. And
just the blink of an eye,
yeah,
it changed.
He was one of the top 6 male swimmers. He was about to shoot his recruitment video for colleges. When he was in the hospital at Children's for a total of 4.5 months, OBU in Henderson told our family that they were about to offer him full rides to come swim for them. So, like I said, lives are changed in seconds behind the wheel of a car, and definitely goals and dreams are shattered.
Well, and you know, we talked a few minutes ago, you said, does a race car driver use his phone? You know, there's a lot of, let me think of a word, there's a lot of innovation in racing. You know, a lot of our cars are better now because of NASCAR and Indian. I'm not getting on the political realm of what's going on now in NASCAR, but I mean the engineering facets behind. You know, back in the day when it was Ford, Dodge, Chevy racing, you know, you just go down and buy a car and soup them up. But it's from that the engineering standpoint, you know, the cars have got better on the track, the cars have got better on our highways because of the engineering and what they've learned on the racetrack for high speed. So you've got cars that'll do 200, 202, 205 miles an hour, flip and go into the wall. And these guys get up and dust themselves off, say, get me another car, you know.
We are manufacturing the safest vehicles that have ever been produced. But our injuries and deaths and crashes are still the same. It all boils down to personal responsibility. I think there's 5 pieces of the puzzle of distracted driving. You have legislation. You know, I've been down to Little Rock.
How many sermons have you preached down there?
Lots, and I hope to be preaching it again.
Come 21?
Yes. Going for hands-free. Legislation. If we do not have legislation on the books that law enforcement can enforce, then there's no point of having it. We went back the last legislative session and we cleaned up and revised and hopefully made it easier for law enforcement. But how easy can it be? If it's hands-free, if you have it in your hand, you're breaking the law. That's pretty easy. It's clear cut at that point. So that's what we hope to accomplish the next legislative session. Judicial system. I've been contacted to set in after someone's had a ticket for texting and driving, had them admit it on a police cam. I mean, it was more or less handing the prosecutor and the judge the case on a silver platter, and the young man walked away after not showing up twice to court with just court fees. At one point, because failure to appear, he had over $500-600 in fines, and the judge allowed for him to just walk away with court fees. That young man did not learn a lesson. He did not pay for the consequences of his actions. Luckily, he didn't cause a crash. He didn't kill someone or seriously injure someone. But if he didn't learn, I have a feeling he probably went out and did it again. Education is the next component, and that's me. That's what I'm out doing. I can sit here and talk to you all day. I can share stories. But the fifth and most important piece of the puzzle is you.
Mm-hmm.
You hold the keys to ending distractive driving. Everyone. We all need to take personal accountability, identify our distractions, and do our part to make our roadways safer. And the scary thing about it is, if you and I are doing it, that's great. But if the person on the other side of the road's not doing it, we're just as much at risk. We take it for granted every time we get behind the wheel of a car that we're going to arrive to our destination safely, be it attending a graduation, a birthday celebration. We're assuming that we're going to get there and be able to create those memories and those experiences with friends and family. But if you never get there, you're not going to be able to do that.
What's the risk factor when when we leave here and get in the vehicle? What's the chances of being in a?
Ooh.
There's a pretty good. You've got a.
Yeah.
Because with all the C-19 stuff going on, I was at a Facebook argument with a lady in Chicago, and you might as well argue with the wall over here. About wearing a mask or not wearing a mask. He said, "Why take the risk?" I said, "I take a risk every time I get in my vehicle."
Yeah.
I get on the airplane in Fayetteville and fly somewhere. I take a risk getting on the airplane.
We are not guaranteed tomorrow.
No.
And be it fighting COVID, be it fighting distracted driving, we need to take personal responsibility, wash our hands, maintain social distance. Same thing with distracted driving. We need to take responsibility, identify our distractions, and do our part.
Mm-hmm.
And people say, well, that's my right. That's my right to use a cell phone behind the wheel. Driving is a privilege. It's not a right.
That's true.
And when you use that cell phone behind the wheel and increase not only your risk of a crash, but increase someone else's risk of a crash, then you need to take personal responsibility for that.
Yeah. Coming up on 7:47, time for a break. We'll finish out the program with Michele right after this.
At MSI, they're not just another trash service. They're your friendly, family-owned and operated trash service, providing residential, commercial, and roll-off pickup. MSI offers competitive rates and services 5 counties in the north central Arkansas area. Various dumpster sizes available for commercial and accommodating you with weekly pickup for your convenience. Call Tammy or Kathy today at MSI. MSI Trash Service, small enough to know you and large enough to service you.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we have installed a convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go and pickup orders. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and ask us about our daily specials for a low price to feed the whole family. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville.
Driftwood Lanes. Fun happens here.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire Barbershop today, a unique gentleman's barbershop. Get back in style with 2 experienced licensed barbers who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and are happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 1041 Highland Circle, Suite 55 in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
Did you know when you shop at Sears Hometown Stores, you are supporting your local community? That's right. Your local Sears Hometown Store is locally owned and operated by one of your neighbors. Their store offers the best of what Sears has to offer with the top brands in appliances, tools, and lawn and garden. They also offer great financing options that work no matter what you need. Remember to stop by your local Sears hometown store today and support a local member of your community.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Hi, I'm Benny with Ammo Dump.
At Ammo Dump, they carry new and used firearms, large supply of shotguns, rifles, and handguns. Ammo Dump will buy, sell, or trade in your item and can special order whatever you like. They also have knives, scopes, ammo of any caliber, and provide gun cleaning and restoration. Call them today for the best competitive pricing around.
If I don't have it or can't get it because they don't make it, come and see us.
That's Ammo Dump, located next to Woodman's Package in Norfolk.
$7.51, rounding out the week. It's Friday.
Yes.
Michelle's here with F.A.D.
Yes.
These things are so cool.
Yeah, I can leave some here and people can stop by and pick them up. I mean,
we'll pass them out to guests as they come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can.
I mean, it shuts the antenna down.
You can play with it and say, "Hey, put your phone in there."
I'll put this one in the vehicle.
And make a believer out of them.
But for me, it's very difficult to. And yes, I have answered a very important call in the vehicle, but I'll call them back here in a minute. I'm not. What's it going to take me to go from here to Parks and Rec here in a few minutes? 10 minutes.
Yeah. I just try to give myself a little bit of extra time if I'm traveling a long distance. Make sure that I can pull over, return calls, text, emails.
Yeah.
I do have my Bluetooth set up for emergency purposes, but studies show that you're still impaired. It's just, I mean, even having a passenger in a car, and I mean, we travel with people all the time, but even having a passenger in a car and you're distracted to some degree.
I'll tell you something else. Where I live in Mountain Home, my road goes uphill to the east, and there's a slight curve to the house next to me. So in other words, you've got to be, when you're backing out of the driveway, you got to be careful. I got a little, not a fence, but it's a decorative piece that Dad built years ago. But when you're backing out, and you can see all the way up the hill, okay, so you back out, you look to the east, you look to the west, make sure nobody's out there, and one more time up the hill, back out and start going towards the stop sign, there'll be somebody on my tail end because they come down the hill so fast.
Mm-hmm. And if they're on their phone and they're not looking.
So how long does it take me? So I'm going to say it takes, say it takes 10 seconds for me to back out into that lane, and by the time I shift from reverse to drive and go down towards my first stop sign, they're already on my tail end.
Yeah.
That's
the average text lasts about 5 seconds. If you're traveling at a speed of 55 miles an hour, you cover the length of a football field pretty much blindfolded if you're texting.
Yeah. That's a lot of.
That's a lot of distance.
Well. But when I first tried it, when I still had that flip, sitting there like this, I drifted like from here. What do you say that camera's 8 to 10 feet, you said?
That's probably 12 feet.
About 12 feet from here. I probably drifted 12 to 24 inches to the right in the matter of typing Y-E-S. I was just trying to see, because, I'm sitting there like this, and there's a mailbox right there, like this,
Well, speaking of mailboxes, Mackenzie went out to the mailbox the other morning, and she was sort of frazzled when she came back in, and she said, I was standing at the mailbox, and someone was driving, and I wasn't in the road, but they weren't paying attention, and they were swerving and sort of moving towards me. She said, I thought they were going to hit me.
They were on the phone, weren't they?
She didn't know for sure, but that was her first. She said, I think they were on their phone. And she said, I'm standing at the mailbox out of the road, and I thought I was going to get hit. So even walking to your mailbox, a pedestrian walking across the street, when you have that little blinking person that says you can walk, but if that person is not paying attention and they're looking down at their phone and they do not see that the pedestrian has the right of way at that point in the crosswalk, you're just as much at risk. And going back to cars and our technology, I mean, cars are so expensive nowadays, but sheet metal cars can be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Your life can't.
Something to
You only
think
get
about, folks.
one here on Earth.
You know, I'll never forget, and this still haunts me, 1968, I lost a Sunday school teacher and his entire family due to a head-on collision. And I remember this, I'm talking 52 years ago, and I can still remember as an almost 10-year-old boy standing in that salvage yard with my dad, looking at them two big Chevrolet cars. One was a 64, one was a 68. And you can, I mean, those were big, heavy cars in the 60s.
Well,
and to see the devastation of these vehicles, I'll never forget that.
I've never, you know, over the years, I've come involved with EMTs, police officers, coroners, and I never really thought about it. But think about these people that's their job. They go to the scene, they go to crashes, and you just had two pieces of sheet metal that you were looking at, and you knew the people that were in it. And I think you've even relayed that there was a face imprint.
Oh yeah, it was out of
in the
salvage yard one time.
windshield.
You
I
see
think
the face imprint,
you shared with me with that. But think about these first responders that are showing up at these accidents, and
oh, I've talked to them, and they said, you know, it's gruesome.
Yeah, and they have to go home and try to leave that behind.
Yeah.
Or they have to go and they have to contact a family member and let them know that a loved one's passed away. That's something that they have to live with. So it's not just all about you and your family. Once again, it has that domino effect. The police officers, the coroners, the EMTs,
families,
the families. But even in the ER, I can't remember if you got to come to the accident reenactment that we did with First Impact at Mountain Home High School, but there was a trauma scene where Baxter Regional brought in their employees, and they actually were trying to resuscitate a young person that had been involved in an accident. And so they were giving it their all, even though that they were doing CPR on a dummy. They were giving it their all to bring that person back, and you hear the heartbeat, and it's dun-dun, dun-dun.
You ought to get permission to go into a large salvage yard where they get the bad wrecks and get permission to film pictures of the cars in the aftermath of a tragic wreck.
And then that person flatlines, and then the family has to come in and identify the body. Those people that are sitting there doing those chest compressions and doing all that they can, and when they hear that flat line,
it's all
they
over
weren't
them.
Successful.
Yeah.
And then they have to go home and said, did I do that right? Could have done it better. Could have resuscitated that person, and it's a difficult thing. And if we can save one life, that's been our mission since day one.
Yep.
I hope we've saved more than that.
I bet you have. You're wearing us alone, yeah.
One life, one family from having to go through what we've been through. It's worth it.
Yep. You're on Facebook at F.A.D.D. F.A.
Just F.A.D.D. on Facebook.
On Facebook.
And then Families Against Distractive Driving is our page. We have a website, www.familiesagainstdistractivedriving.org. Contact me if you would like me to do a presentation, or if you'd like one of these sales slips. I'd be more than happy to mail it to you or deliver it to you if you're local. We're going to have to think outside the box this coming year, because I don't know how many schools I'm going to be able to go in and do presentations, or how many conferences I can attend. So follow us on social media. There's a lot of good information on there. Unfortunately, there's other people that I call it my distracted driving family There's other families, other people that are advocating all across the United States and different states for tougher distracted driving laws because they've lost loved ones or they've been seriously injured.
Families Against Distractive Driving. And if you want one of these things, we'll stop by sometime. We'll give you one. And
I can bring you more.
And bring me more. Yep.
I think I'm about to order 10,000. Can I store them in here?
He's the boss. Anyway, we got to run. We run out of time. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
The weekend is upon us. I got to get out of here. I got to go over to Parks and Rec. So have a great weekend, everybody.
Have a great weekend.